Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we will talk about the most famous self-help book. Its name is The Magic of Thinking, which was written by David J. Schwartz in 1965. The purpose of this book is to explain that it is very important to think big to live a big life. In this summary we will look at his 13 best ideas. These ideas have changed the author's life, and he is confident that these ideas will help in improving your life too. David tells us that we need to develop our thinking to develop our life. They say that before we can achieve big things, we have to think big things. According to David, success depends not on the size of one's brain, but on the size of one's thinking, be it having little knowledge of success, having rich parents, being lucky, or whatever. He says that we become more successful in whatever we do. He has told us many strategies, which will upgrade our thinking, and we will be successful in whatever we want to do. Friends, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, then subscribe to our channel immediately. And also don't forget to like the video and comment in the comment box. So let's get started. History tells us every time that the size of the bank account, the size of the happiness account, and the size of someone's satisfaction account depend on the size of their thinking. The magic lies in thinking big. So let us understand those 13 important lessons by following which the writer has reached a new level. Lesson number 1: believe you can succeed, and you will. When we believe that I can do it, you yourself get the answer to what it will be like. The answer to this part comes only to that person who believes that he can do it. Strong belief itself awakens many different ideas in the mind. I am positive, or I can do it. This is very powerful. He says that if we believe that we can do it, then we will definitely succeed. If we know that we can become a professional football player, if we believe that we can become a millionaire, if we believe that we can achieve great things in life, then we will definitely do it, but only if we would like. To achieve anything, you just need to believe in it. If we want to become a millionaire, then with faith we can become a millionaire one day. If you feel that no one around you is successful, it does not mean that you too cannot become successful. If so, then you are suffering from excusitis, which means that you have the disease of making excuses and nothing else. Not believing is a negative power. When we do not have faith or have doubts, our mind gets attracted to its cause. If you do not want to achieve true success in life, then you should express your doubts, and because of this you are not able to succeed. That is why you have to believe within yourself that no one can stop you from being successful. Lesson number 2: cure yourself of excusitis, the failure disease. You have to see that the fewer excuses a person makes, the sooner he becomes successful. But you must have also noticed that if any of your friends could not reach anywhere, he would have a whole book of excuses. Mediocre person always explains the same thing: why they are not doing any work, why they could not do it, and why they will not be able to do it in future also. Do you also make such excuses? I am tired today, so I will do this work tomorrow. I'm too young. I'm too big to start something. I've never done this before. I don't feel like working today. I am not that smart yet. I am not that lucky. This is very difficult. I don't have any money. David says that the more successful a man becomes, the less excuses he makes. People who have not been successful always have a whole list of excuses, and they are always stuck on the same thing as to why they could not succeed. This is the difference between rich and poor people. The example of these excuses shows the difference between them. We should adopt the law of causes and effects. If we look at someone's good luck, we will not find luck but his planning, preparation, and his big thinking which made him successful, not luck. And if we look at someone's bad luck, you will understand some differences. A successful person always moves forward by learning from his mistakes, but a mediocre person does not want to learn from his mistakes. Every action has a reaction. Whatever happens in our life is the result of all our actions. It is not in the hands of luck whether we will be successful or not. It all depends on the actions that we do daily. One good thing is that we know that we are not dependent on circumstances. We are creators ourselves. We are deciding our own destiny. We can choose the actions we take on a daily basis. If we want to be successful, then we can copy the work of successful people. If we do not want to be successful and want to spoil everything, then we imitate those who are not successful. If we want to become rich, then we copy the work of rich people. Once we adopt the law of causes and effects, life actually becomes much easier. So friends, we have to put aside our excuses and believe in our hard work and karma. This will give us success. Lesson number 3: don't sell yourself short. Many people feel that they cannot do anything. The smaller they think of themselves, the smaller they start to see themselves. They have very low self-esteem. I am sure you must have seen some people in higher positions in jobs. So why do you think he is in a higher position? The simple answer is, such people think more about themselves. They have more confidence in themselves. They think they can do it. They also think that this work is actually possible. They do not become victims of self-depression. They never consider themselves small. They never think that everyone is better than them. He believes that he himself is great. In other words, they do not consider themselves low. Their self-esteem is very high. Lesson number 4: use big, bright, cheerful, and optimistic words. When you speak or write, it means that just as a projector projects a film into another's mind, the picture you create determines how you or others react. Suppose you tell a group that I have failed. People express this in words like defeat or disappointment, instead of encouraging them or advising them to keep trying. Our mind does not think in words, rather it thinks in pictures, images or movies. The words we use, our brain converts them into images and movies. When we say pink elephant, a picture of a pink elephant is formed in our mind. When we say any word like dolphin or pool, a picture of all these is created in our mind. Why is this important? Why should we choose our words carefully? Here it is explained with an example that if you hear the word problem, then you create a picture in your mind of something difficult or unsolvable. If you think of this as a challenge, your mind creates a positive and exciting picture. If you think of the word effort, then your mind thinks that it is not so important. You will give your best in this, but its completion or not is not important for you. It's very strange that there is a huge difference between I will do it or I will try to do it. The word try tells us that we will not succeed. Think about it. Has anyone ever told you that I will try to be there at 5 o'clock? Does this mean I'll be there at 5? So in reality they don't know where they will be. While the correct statement is that I will reach there at 5 p.m., you can completely trust this. We should use positive words to express our mood and feelings. If someone asks me how I am, I don't tell them that I'm tired or that I'm not feeling so good, but I proudly say that I'm feeling great. Because of this, such a good picture is created in my mind also. When we are talking to or about other people, we should use the word positive. We should try to create a positive picture about others. When we talk to any human being, we should use good words. You are so amazing. Great, we have learned a lot from you. Such positive words create positive emotions in our or our friends' minds. In other words, it makes their feelings positive by using emotional words. That's why when that person thinks about you, he always thinks positive. Words have a lot of power. They should be used very well. Lesson number 5: look important. It helps you think necessary. Remember that your looks and your personality speak. Always speak well about yourself. Being well dressed also shows your positive personality. It tells people that this person is intelligent, rich and trustworthy. Such a person you can trust and respect. The personality of those who do not have a good appearance or are not well prepared gives negative feelings. Such people do not do well. They are careless and inefficient. Such people are average or below. These people do not deserve anything special. Such people have been defeated from all sides. If you leave a true or friendly impression on someone, then there are more chances that you will come in contact with that person in the future. And the chances also increase that that person will feel positive for you. Even if people have never met you before or never talked to you, your attire tells a lot about you. Your posture, overall body language, your smile, all these speak a lot. The catch here is that your appearance not only affects the thinking of others, it also affects your own thinking. Your physical presence affects your mental presence. How you look on the outside tells you how you are thinking on the inside. Lesson number 6: build a sell yourself on yourself commercial. One way to do this is to talk to ourselves. Practice this and praise yourself. Never work on self-punishment. How are you talking to yourself? Are you making yourself stronger? Are you building yourself? Are you feeling worthless? Will you be able to achieve great things in life? Are you destined to become great? The sad thing is that many people talk to themselves in a negative way. And this is not a mistake because we were never told how to remove this thing or how to change it. So from today we have to keep in mind what we are talking to ourselves. Keep in mind that whatever you say to yourself will happen, so choose carefully what to say. The point is that you have to make yourself bigger, improve yourself, and increase your self-esteem. I am sure that if you practice this consciously, then you will definitely be able to change your life. Lesson number 7. Ask yourself, is this the way an important person thinks? Upgrade your thinking. Think as important people think. By upgrading your thinking, your work also upgrades. This takes you towards success. Ask yourself, are you thinking the same way successful and confident people think? Whenever you keep asking yourself these questions, your ability to think correctly will increase. Lesson number 8. Make your environment work for you, not against you. Experts also believe that what you will become in the coming 5, 10, 20 years depends on your environment. Your thinking, your goals, your attitude are formed by your environment. Your environment is a big factor that decides your future. How much money will you make? How happy will you be? How successful will they be? What kind of house will you live in? Which car will you drive? How many children will you have? Will you marry? Which political party will you support? Which book will you read? Will you travel a lot? Where will you travel? All this depends on your environment, or it can be said that in reality your entire future depends on your environment only. So what is your environment like? Like the people you live with. Read books, news and articles, magazines, watch videos and TV series. Ultimately everything comes back to you in some shape or form. The biggest part of this is the kind of people you are around, like family, group, friends, school and work, sports team, theater group. You are surrounded by people. Jim Rohn says, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. Your attitude, health and income will be like those people. If you surround yourself with rich people, read books, watch videos on how to become rich, change your environment in the same way as the environment of rich people, then you start developing the attitude of speaking like rich people and talking like them. And if you do this, then you also become rich. If you keep yourself with spiritual people, then you also become spiritual. If you associate yourself with a criminal, you too can become a criminal. This happens with your brain. If you feed a positive environment, then you also become positive. But if you feed a negative environment in your mind, then you also become negative. That is why it is very important that you make your environment as good as possible. Negative people spoil your mind while you are so excited about any new plan of yours. We're ready to do something, but instead of being encouraged, you doubt your own idea, call yourself crazy for trying anything, and should focus on the job. Such people David calls negators. How to make your environment work as per your wish. Spend more time with positive, excited, ambitious, inspiring or successful people. Read biographies of successful and inspiring people. Read books on positive psychology, money attraction, and personal development. Whatever you see, your environment, your motivation and success make everything possible. Lesson number 9. Practice conversation generosity. Thousands of experiments have revealed that the person who only talks a lot and the person who is successful are hardly the same person. The more successful a person is, the more down to earth he is. He encourages others by talking about himself, his ideas, his achievements, his family and his problems. People like to talk about themselves. They love to tell them how great they are, how hard they work, how their boss doesn't treat them well, how much they're working and how tired they are. This is the nature of human beings. We care about ourselves, want to talk about our lives, our problems, our relationships, everything. Next time you are talking to someone, ask yourself who is speaking the most, you or the other person. Who are you talking about? Are you just talking about your life, problems and interests? If you catch yourself talking too much, stop and let the other person speak. Lesson number 10. Be an activationist. Be someone who does things. Be a doer, not a don't-er. Successful people remain active and we call them activationists. People who are average, mediocre or unsuccessful are called passivationists. Activationists take action. They take action, get things done, follow their ideas and plans. Passivationists do nothing. They postpone things and have proven that they are late for work. Most of us are passivationists by nature. We always wait for the right time, opportunity, right situation until we are ready. This means that we do not have to do anything. Now we have to accept that nothing will be perfect. This will never be easy nor 100% successful. To move ahead in life we have to take action. We have to start working on things, moving forward whether it feels good or not. We will have to take big action. If we have some goals that we want to achieve, then it is important to take actions and accomplish those goals. More analysis, making more detailed plans, waiting for the right opportunity and preparing yourself better does not help much in moving forward. Lesson number 11: blend persistence with experimentation to guarantee success. If you are engaged, then there is no guarantee that you will win, but if you are engaged with a new experiment, then you will definitely be successful. Many ambitious people keep trying, but they do not succeed because they do not want to work on new approaches and new experiments. You should stick to your goal. Don't move even an inch. If you are not getting results, then try new approaches. If you are engaged in new experiments, then success is guaranteed. The first person that comes to my mind is Thomas Edison, who has been a successful innovator. He was the first person in human history to invent the famous light bulb. He failed 10,000 times in inventing the light bulb and then became successful. He did 10,000 new experiments and then he got the jackpot. He stuck to his goal, didn't move even an inch, but kept trying new approaches, and finally it worked. If you keep on with new experiments, then it works. Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill said, "If you follow the first plan and it doesn't work, make a new plan. Even if the new plan fails, keep changing it until you find a plan that works." Many people fail because they keep trying, but they do not have new plans, new approaches to keep working, hence they fail. Lesson number 12: use goals to help you grow. Nothing is possible unless you have a goal and unless you take action. Without a goal we always keep wandering. Goals are as important as air is for life. No one can achieve success without a goal. Unless there is a goal, nothing will happen. If you don't know what you want from life, how will you get it? If you don't know where you're going, how will you know where to get to? Goals have magical powers. When you set a goal, it increases your energy and takes you towards your goal. Many people get energy when they set a goal and they do everything to achieve it. When you have a clear goal and you have a path on which you have to walk daily, you know where you are going, and for that you devote your time and effort to achieve the goals instead of because of this you remain distracted all the time. Lesson number 13: how to think like a leader. Impress those you want to work with. Think about progress, believe in it, or progress yourself for the sake of progress. Leadership rule number 1. Impress those you want to work with. Whatever you want from others, see it in their eyes. When you work with focus, you discover the secret of how to influence others. Leadership rule number 2. Think, what is the humane way to handle this? Many leaders use different methods to handle people. First, you assume the position of dictator. A dictator takes all the decisions without being influenced by anyone. The second leader's technique shows a cold mechanical, I am rule book. Such leaders handle the situation only in fixed ways. They never know that every rule is for normal situations. In this way a leader treats a human being like a machine. A person becomes a leader who treats humans as humans. Steps. It also has some signs, such as, I talk to them alone. I appreciate that he is doing well. I give them a way to do things better. I praise him again for his good work, and this formula works. Leadership rule number 3. You can do these 2 things to develop your progressive outlook. 1. Think about improving what you do. 2. Keep standards high in whatever you do. You talk in the same way that you want your coworkers to do the same. Over time, the person working with you can become a carbon copy. This is the easiest way to get higher performance, which is duplicated. Leadership rule number 4. Give yourself time and understand your supreme thinking power. Waking up early in the morning is a good time to spend on yourself before anyone else rocks your world. The important thing is to choose such a time when your mind is fresh, or free from useless things. You can use this time in two ways, direct and indirect. With indirect thinking, choose only those things about which you want to think. At such times, your subconscious mind feeds memory into your conscious mind. Your indirect mind helps in self-evaluation. It helps you in how you can improve yourself. What should be your next approach? Always understand the power of thinking of a leader, and the best preparation that helps in leadership is thinking. Thank you, friends. This was our book, The Magic of Thinking Big. I hope you liked this video. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, then immediately subscribe to the channel, like the video and comment. This continuously increases our motivation. If you think this video can help others' lives, share it. We will be back soon with another great video. Till then, thank you all very much.